I have a young child participating in youth sports. Say I'm at practice. What steps do I need to take if I think that maybe my child suffered a head injury, potentially a concussion?
It's a great question. Of course, with any concussion, with any athletes, the biggest step is going to be the recognition. So I said if there's not an athletic trainer there, say at practice or even an event, the likelihood of that, really we kind of take a community approach. I said the parents, the coach, even teammates, that are there at the practice, if they see a kid that has a suspected concussion and has concussion-like symptoms, they need to be removed from practice immediately. I said, and of course, let the coaches know, and not allowed to return to practice for at least 24 hours. That's kind of the biggest step at this whole process, is the recognition of concussion-like symptoms. So once you remove that kid from practice, I said they can't return back to practice for 24 hours at least, and that's kind of where we step in. From the initial injury, they need to be seen by a concussion specialist. And so we'll talk about that a little more later, or a doctor that has been, can recognize and manage concussions well. So I said, we'll work with the families on that, with SafeKC and the athletic trainers. Once the kid is removed from practice, of course, let the coaches know. And then ultimately they can call us at our hotline, 913-236-0067, or they can email us at concussionspecialist@safekc.org. That's kind of the first steps into this protocol that we have with CYO this year. We'll make it really simple for the parents, the athlete, and the coaches, because once I said that plan gets put into action, we work with the families directly on getting them to a concussion specialist. We have a lot in the Kansas City metro area that we can get them to. But once they've seen the concussion specialist, that's kind of the main thing. Once the concussion specialist checks out the athlete and they are able to start the return to play, then that's where we step in again as the athletic trainer in SafeKC, is we'll work with the families on finding locations and times to actually put them through those return to play steps. And that's kind of the main thing why this protocol was put into place, was to have a healthcare provider actually working with athletes to go through these return to play steps and not rely on the coaches or the parents to do that.